J Squad.
We gotta find. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. Now what do we do? That's the first clue. We gotta find.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? Oh, man. We are ready to get it going. Beginning of the end of the year, 2025. That is right. We have the final month as we're running up to New Year's. This year went by so fast. I say that every year, though. I feel like every year is faster than the last. Let's get me up on screen here. And get over here. Boom. And of course, get the gaming up because it's never up because I never remember to put it up. But yeah, it's getting to the year, and what a year it's been, man. I feel like can I hang out on with Discord? Yeah, come on. Come on in. We'll start it out. We'll start it out today with guest.
Ooh,
Boom. What's going on, buddy? What's going on?
just wanted to hang out.
Yeah, you're good. Come on, welcome. Oh, I like the new
Oh, that was just 'cause of. I wish I could give that transparent. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
gladiator. No, not a gladiator. It's a fudge. I can't believe I forgot. I might be right. Hopefully, I am right. It's a
Yeah,
type of Star Destroyer.
yeah. Boom. Let me get this up and running.
I was right. It's a gladiator. Okay, cool.
Okay, good. See, you know your Star Wars stuff and you didn't even know it.
Yeah, it's an old chip. It exists in both canons. So.
Yeah, you're late, Kamoji. Where were you? We're gonna demote you back down to just a viewer if you don't watch it. I could have been muted. Do you know that?
God.
Oh man. But yeah,
What dog?
it's been an interesting year, and we still got more to go. I've got all the game awards to watch. It's gonna be.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for that.
Yes, I am.
We should definitely do a watch party for that.
Yeah, the 7th is the
When it is?
Yeah, the Gay Vipers one, and then the 11th is the actual one, and I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the real Game Awards, but they usually do it in the new year. Or,
January, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So, anyways, I kind of started a new fort. I was not doing well on the other fort. I have this problem in Dwarf Fortress where I want to get my too many projects at once. So I've started breaking my projects up so that like I do one at a time. Like I set this as a project and then like put my furniture here, and I was able to like quickly get this done so that at least most of my people, this stack has 20, and then I was able to change it and get 22 on this stack, but at least most of mine to get beds. And we're gonna go from there. We're in a savage biome, or not savage, untamed wild, so I guess it is kind of savage. But so far there hasn't been many animals around. Plenty of trees though. So what do we have to watch today? We have a couple of things. First thing I wanted to go over before I push play on this game is this Grummz this Grummz tweet. Let's see here. Boom. I don't get why these guys keep pushing this thing. The more they push it, the worse they look, right? Because it just like, does he even understand the math that he put in here for it? So Grummz today said, I have updated info on Ghosts of Yotei sales after Black Friday. And good news, Yotei has sold over 4 million units. The bad news is it's underselling Tsushima by 20%. I don't know I don't believe any of this. He doesn't have any sources. He's just full of shit. And the reason I know that is he has to remind everybody that he was dead on accurate with his sources numbers, proven 100% correct before. And I remember I should have went through and see if I could find it, but I don't think he was anywhere near correct with it. Another funny thing about this is, he's saying it's behind Tsushima 20%, but Tsushima took 4 months to sell 5 million copies, and we're only into month 2 of this game, October, November. Yeah, we're just 2 months in, and it's already got 4 million copies. So is he expecting it to drop to where it only makes a couple 100,000 copies the next 2 months? Like I get Black Friday sales is big, but you still have the rest of Christmas coming up. And into January it should probably drop off because everybody's fucking broke. But I just feel like it's going to hit the mark. It's going to
By the way, It's funny because my roommate's gonna be one of this because he's looking at he wants a PS5 and they're selling bundles with Yotei right now.
Oh, are they? Nice.
Yeah, you can buy a PS5 with like Yotei markings on it currently. So that's
Ah,
probably going to be the Christmas vehicle right there, is those PS5s.
yeah, I could see that. And that's only going to boost their numbers because they're making sales off of that too.
The
But
console and the game.
yeah. So I mean they're just it's this
It's
it's
old
completely
now.
brain dead. Yeah, it's old. No one cares about it. Everyone knows that they're wrong, but they're still trying to push that it's failing. And then of
Concord level
course,
does that now.
yeah, Concord, yeah,
I
Concord
don't think
level
even
disaster. uh, here's of course Smash.
That is too much. That is insane requirement for any game to reach.
Yeah,
8
especially
million in
something
2 months is
that's
unfair.
crazy. Yeah, unless you're like a huge title, right?
Half-Life 3.
Yeah, he
That'd be like
mentioned
20 million.
right. It would be at 8 million right now if it was a proper sequel. This is bullshit. Someone made a good point in here. There's a lot of games that don't do a straight one-to-one sequel, like Assassin's Creed for one. The first 3 did, but after that, it was almost a different person every time.
Yeah, anthology is their favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Which I know if I
And
say,
that seems to be what it is.
yeah, I know if I say Assassin's Creed Shadows or Assassin's Creed at all, the anti-wokes are going to start crying because that's another one that, while I don't think it's anywhere near as well as Ghosts of Yotei has been doing, that was proven with the numbers, it's still doing fine.
Yeah.
They just
Two
want to
things
use
with the AC thing. Like
Yeah.
the reason they keep mentioning how its second DLC is not planned currently, but they won't read ahead why. It's because it got delayed, is why they're not currently on that. The delay
Oh,
prevented
see, I
that
missed
from
that.
happening.
Yeah, I could
That's
see
what
that.
that's what at least Ubisoft said. And
Well,
I'm not in the game right now to like say everything they're saying is a lie at the moment, because what are they actually gain really lying about circumstances around that game?
yeah, I agree.
Because
with you,
nothing
'cause
bad isn't really happening.
Yeah.
So it's like nobody's getting fired. I haven't heard anything about that.
They
I
I
got a
don't know if
cozy
they're
new
firing.
studio.
Yeah, they got a cozy new studio. People will probably be moving over to that studio. Uh, I mean, it's yet to be seen. Now, the one thing I have with this last DLC is not necessarily how bad it looks, but
Oh, you mean the
it's
little mini thingy?
yeah. Was that a DLC or was it just a little mini thing?
It was a event quest that I think is not even in the game anymore now because it was
Oh.
always temporary.
Oh yeah. So it's not even that, but it's like
so it's not. It's stupid.
Yeah. What I dislike
liked
about it is it's just like one of the things that we've had problems with Ubisoft for a while now, and that is like they've always trying to use internet or not internet gaming trends and put them into a single player game. Like what they're doing with Attack on Titans is they're bringing in other franchises into Assassin's Creed instead of doing something like
just a single quest that could have stayed in the game.
Yeah,
know?
that could have
to
been
me,
like
it feels like a waste
lore-driven.
of time.
It was a waste of time, and that's they first they were trying to do the microtransactions in single player games, skins in single player games. I think they've even talked about loot boxes. Even Shadows had you could pay for the map if you wanted to.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of it stinks. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan at all. So there's so
it's
much.
Just their macro issues of
Yeah.
like the same old from years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Same stuff they've been doing. Like why do they keep why do they keep I lost my train of thought. Like trying to do like why did they do NFT or no what was it called NFT
trendy
game. Why did they do because it's trendy at the time. They're following trends. They're not trying to do anything new. They're not trying, which is typical of most corporations, but I think a lot of corporations were a lot of the gaming companies while they were looking into it, I think were at least smart enough to like not go full ham into it. But That's just me. So that was ye old Grummz and Smash. It probably would have sold over 1 million if it had the continuation of Jin's story. These people are so lame.
Yeah.
This is another one who's blocked me. Emerald Apple, he doesn't like me. I haven't even talked directly to him. I think I mentioned some stuff about him, and then I showed up blocked one day.
Yeah.
So to start off, I figured we'd start off with some John Della Rose.
Not him.
Yeah.
Let me go back to my old icon.
I guess this is about a Stranger Things actress on a late night show, and some rant that I guess he thinks is woke and gay. So we'll start listening to him, and me and you will talk about
Disgusting late night.
Disgusting. Yeah. Oh, it's always disgusting.
Guarantee you
it's horrible.
Is that him?
That's John. Yeah, that's John.
He's not as ugly as that old picture of him is.
Yeah, they like to show it off, but he's not like as
I'm
bad
gonna screen
as...
cap this because I show this to people. I'm just like, he's like the most handsome of the bunch, actually. It's the funniest. Okay, that's hilarious. No wonder he's been ostracized. Oh wait, did I just?
Yeah, you did. I'm clipping that.
I just flirted John Della Rose.
yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm gonna tell him.
His personality sucks.
You're gonna test his Christianity, are you?
Oh,
yes,
well.
that is your Birdman suggestion. I thought it was pretty topical, considering we've been talking about Grifter and me and Nib on the little X space. We're going over the grifting and why I don't call all of them grifters. So yeah, I figured we'd see what he has to say. He will give in and just pray for forgiveness.
God, he lost weight though. I'm looking at that old picture still.
Yeah. Well, he's got his little gym back there. You can see his gym in the back. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, let's get started with him and see what he says about the Stranger Things actress and how woke she is, I'm sure.
Be one of the worst organizations inserting the woke mind virus.
He started out with woke mind virus.
Netflix has to be one of the
They
worst
canceled him and he
organizations
became
inserting the woke mind virus.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm still seeing, even Elon Musk was posting just a few hours ago that the woke vine virus is dying, et cetera, et cetera. It's the biggest psyop I've ever seen. Everything that Netflix comes out with features graphic gay everything, right? Everything that Apple TV comes out with features graphic gay everything. We're still having things like the intergalactic heretic in video games with this like shaved head woke crazy lady leading it.
What does that have to do with Netflix though? Like, yes, there probably are more gay shows because they're making more gay shows. Because there's gay people.
That's just Netflix.
Yeah, it's just Netflix, right? We only want Queer Eye. Queer Eye is the only show allowed. One show is all they get.
Favor, can you stream on here so I can see it in real time?
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting it's behind when I do it on there. One day I'll remember, but probably not. No, I don't want to turn on my camera. No one needs to see my ugly mug. All right, there we go. Let's keep going. See what John has to say.
In a AAA gaming studio, we have The Witcher, of course, both on Netflix with its graphic gay stuff, and then in the video games, replacing Geralt with Ciri as a Witcher, even though she's not supposed to become a Witcher. This is something that's going on.
Is she not though? Because I've heard conflicted things about it. Like if you watch at least if you play the video game, like he's certainly she's being set up to be the protagonist.
Yeah.
Later on,
like he literally retires in the DLC.
Yeah, he retires in the DLC, and even in the books from mine, like she's supposed to be this powerful
God-tier creature.
Yeah, it's weird. She's like half elf, half man. Something else. I don't know.
Travel dimensions.
But this just sounds like he's supposed to be a book guy. So shouldn't he have read these books and know her backstory?
On across culture, the feminization, the LGBTQ stuff,
or
and
just
of
ignored
course,
it.
the erasure of white culture. This is something
the
that's
erasure of white culture. I love this. I've never noticed myself getting erased. Like I didn't wake up one day and go to D&D and like 2 of my white friends were gone because they got erased. They're still making stuff for white guys. They're still making stuff for people. Yeah, he's starting real strong. You're right, Gristle. Like,
Yeah.
it's silly. It's like, what are you even talking about? This is
100%. And Netflix and Stranger Things is a big cultural sort of apparatus that loves to get into this. Now, Stranger Things season 5 part 1 came out. I hate that Netflix does this too. If you ever tried to watch a show on Netflix that's kind of popular, they don't just put out the final season. They always like do this thing where they stagger it to like make it annoying on everybody. That's another topic for another time. But Stranger
See, I want to fight back on that. Star Wars went back to doing episodic releases. Huh?
Like weeklies?
Yeah, weeklies. And I actually like that more, maybe because I'm an old fuddy-duddy. But the reason I did like it when Star Wars was doing it is it gave me at the time something to talk about with my other Star Wars friends and actually like theorize what's going to happen in the show versus Netflix just dropping the entire show. And I was like, well, we all burned through it, so we know what happened. Maybe we can speculate for a week on the next season. It just feels more engaging. Like I like I've been watching the new Critical Role cartoon.
Vox Machina?
Vox Machina is the original one. They now have the Mighty Nine, which is their second.
Oh yeah, that's the one that everybody got into. That.
Yeah. It was probably one of the better of their
exploded
shows. Yeah, it did. I was actually told the first time I was told to go watch them, they were like, watch season 2 because that's the good one. Skip 1.
Yeah. One's like world building matters in that regard, but like honestly, I get criticizing Critical Role ever, but they literally brought D&D back.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Fifth edition was well enough liked, and the rise of Critical Role really just kind of skyrocketed it. I mean, they fucked it up again. The only book he reads is the Bible, like the good Christian boy he is. Fair enough. Right, I'm a bad Christian. I don't read my Bible enough.
Stranger Things is being used to introduce this woke mind virus to everybody, and of course to groom children and the like. Now, this is not a TVMA show. It's not.
That's so like unhinged to groom children. Like you realize, like Netflix, you control what your kids see on Netflix. You don't. I can actually go in and turn down the age restriction levels, and even then, I see what my kids are doing. I don't. Set them in a back room and be like, here you go, get the fuck away from me. So who are they grooming?
They say is geared towards adults. It's geared towards teenagers. It really is. And that's the intention of Stranger Things, is to push that and to push the agenda on this. Now, we've seen a couple instances of this in the past, and I love.
Has there been an agenda in Stranger Things? It's been a while since I watched
Stranger Things is a very adult show. I don't think that's for kids, really.
I mean, it's an adult show, but when you think about like,
what's it like, young adult, like
young adult, maybe. Something like that. But what's grooming in there? Like
the is it because Will's gay?
Yeah, the sexual tension between Will and
oh, not that guy. Yeah. That everyone. I mean, that's painting the villain in bad light, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's just silly. Oh no, there's a kid who's questioning his sexuality in the 80s. They're trying to groom my kid in 2025.
There's like 6 of them. If you don't like him, just pick another kid to follow as a character.
Right. But I guess Ellie's a girl boss because she has psychic powers. So let's see.
Love to go over this and remind people just how insane this is. But one of the actresses went on late night and said one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard in my entire life. Yes, it gets even worse from here on out. So please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk about all things going on in the culture. I really appreciate you guys being here. And if you guys appreciate some nice science fiction that it does not have any woke content to it, I'm a science fiction writer myself. This is my Stars Entwined right here. And it is actually on sale for Black Friday and, of course, the weekend for 99 cents. You can actually get my series starter, and I've got 2 other series tonight, or it's at 99 cents too. Right here, read some real sci-fi. Reading's very, very important, and it makes people smarter, makes people better, and that's exactly what we have to do. We have to be better
Arguable.
than what is coming out of the Hollywood entertainment and the like. Now, naturally, I'm not going to be picked up for any adaptations anytime soon, but maybe once AI gets there, we can make our own TV shows as well. Now, I have a full trilogy out of this, which I would love for you to pick up the whole thing. It's in the description below. Thank you guys for reading and supporting us. I've also got a newsletter, so I don't lose you on the algorithm. I love when people sign up there too. You get 3 free books for doing so. So pretty great weekend, great deals over here, and you don't have to support Netflix. It's a great thing. So I always talk about this.
About that.
Noah Schnapp, who plays Will.
I've been trying to find like nothing new that has come out, whether it's more stuff. Oh God, this is from John Trent. Okay. Whether it's like I just haven't found any writing that's good anymore. It's all kind of feels like slop to me. So I mean, I go back to like reading old books and stuff that I haven't read yet before I find anything new.
Has a disordered lifestyle. Of course, he's come out as gay in the whole thing. And the character was being pushed that direction from Netflix as he was a kid, right? He was a kid when this started. And that every day on set, moving towards that and acting that out, influenced him in his life to where he's decided to, of course, get into this lifestyle himself. It is literally grooming. This is 101 textbook. It is a case study for how.
I mean, you could talk a lot about Hollywood. It doesn't matter if you're straight or gay. Hollywood is grooming you. Like we talk about all the people that have come out that have been raped, not just men, but or not just females, but males too, by male actors. So I don't like. Is that what happened on this show?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Nothing could be as bad as what they did to whoever played Dorothy in Wizard of Oz.
Sort of thing, and normalize these kinds of lifestyles, and that's exactly
what happened. Hold on. What happened to her? I don't think I ever heard of that, or at least I didn't watch the history.
Whole documentaries.
Okay, man, I'm gonna find that and watch it.
Judy Garland, right? Judy Garland.
Yeah.
She was basically on drugs as a 16-year-old all the time because the studio exec just kept feeding her drugs and making her do all these things. And her mom was extremely abusive.
They tend to be parents who get their kids and push them into movies. I feel like they're not doing it for the right reasons. They're doing it because they want to use their kid for money.
Famous.
Yeah. They're living vicariously through their kid.
Things he's done over the course of this with this. Now, of course, Noah Schnapp doesn't even just have this. There's gratuitous lesbian kissing in season 5 as well. They push everything into this, and this is what they want to have, and that's what they want to influence the next generation to be. And of course, he came out with a video talking about this. He told his family he was gay after being scared in the closet for 18 years. Now, think about this. Like, scared in the closet for 18 years. You were like a baby. Like, no, you were not out there in the closet gay as a baby. That doesn't happen. You got abused at some point in your life.
John has a fundamental misunderstanding.
Yeah, he does. Like when he's talking about like in the closet for 18 years, he doesn't mean that he, I guess, knew he was gay as a baby. But
no, but you are born.
Yeah,
as such. So that's probably what he's referring to.
Yeah. Well, he's going with the opposite standard for that, Justin Bieber definitely went through his own personal hell. Yes.
Gosh.
Yes, Red Stain, you're right, and welcome.
That's such an old insult too.
Yeah.
That's like the thing I was saying when I was a kid about that man.
Man, some of the worst actors came out of Canada. Some good ones came out of Canada too, though.
Celebrate what's going on here. But it goes even further. Now we have Joe Keery from Stranger Themes, who's donating his tour proceeds to an LGBTQ activist group. Now this is something that happened as well.
You can still believe that people need help, and like I can be straight and still be kind and believe that I can help support somebody, right?
Mhm.
To
Especially
another
if these kids are
bite-to
rich
the
now, so they can
LGBT
kind of do it.
they can do whatever they want now.
youth. Again, this is youth. Again, this is all about grooming, right? This is what these actors are all doing across the board. It's very, very, very terrible. And all of this stuff is coming out of Stranger Things and coming out of Netflix, right? And you know, all this PR is, of course, meant to, of course, build that community, bolster that community, and, of course, take this to the next level. Now,
What's
Jack
the next
Posobiec
level? What's the next level, John? Like,
They're about to be 20 years old. No, they're about to be 18. Most of them are 18 years old
yeah,
now.
I
So
think
it's
most of
like,
them are 18 by now.
I think they have their own autonomy.
Yeah, I think they can make their own decisions there. No, but like seriously, what's the next thing? Is there a big gay? You tell me if there was going to be like a big gay homo war, right, to take me out? Because like, what could you be referring to the next step? Oh, it just doesn't make any sense.
also said that the Stranger Things begins with a extremely graphic pedophile scene of a young child being raped by an older man. I did watch this, and I did not see that happening in this particular instance.
So then why even bring it up? It's seriously got community noted.
It's
the gay.
I've seen it.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like it's basically one of the kids during like the back when Will got kidnapped to begin with. It showed
Mhm.
Vecna walking up to him and like shoving a tentacle like an alien scene to his mouth.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
Yeah,
It's like people talked about it online. Also, I've seen all sorts of people talk about it and like what their interpretations of it is.
yeah.
But if anything, people interpret the series as a message on abuse on children, so they might think it's a metaphor. He probably has been roaming all over that area, and he might be taking the metaphor too seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
Because otherwise, everything's alien. That dimension's going to kill you, doesn't matter if you're a kid or not, in disgusting ways. So
Yeah. It's
I mean,
it's just I mean, it's a horror, show.
yeah,
Well,
it's like
monster show, I would say. It's not as
yeah.
there's some scenes, but
I don't think the main bad guy is getting any gratification from it, though.
no,
It's
I
not
don't think
shown
so
like
either.
that.
No, it's not. He's like super twisted, but it's not like a pleasure thing, I don't feel like. I have to watch the shows again because I haven't watched them. I haven't watched the new season yet either.
I'm not really that interested in myself. It's like I kind of fell off after third
See,
season.
I watched it all the way through, and I agree. It's kind of
season 1 will always be special.
Yeah, season 1 will always be special. I mean, once you reveal monsters and stuff like that and starts getting revealed, it's really hard to keep up that momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when like
the
whole beginning is really this kind of unknown. Like the upside down is like this unknown thing, but now we're kind of learning a lot more of it. There's the giant beast, then there's Vecna, and it just kind of takes away that I believe when I watch a horror movie, I like the unimaginable. Like it never explains it to you. It leaves you thinking and what you want to do next. But that's just me.
Propaganda.
But with this, why even show it knowing that this is fake?
Is still in here. And the disgusting
the propaganda is still in here.
And it gets even crazier, like I said today, as they're promoting this on late night TV. So here is Maya Hawke talking about this. And of course, we can't play it because it's YouTube and that's how this goes, but we can kind of show what she says. This really beautiful essay about her abortion, as she says, right? Beautiful essay about her abortion. This is so sick. And look at how they're creating these girls into this just nightmare mentality. And she says, when she was really young, about how if she hadn't have had it, she would not have become the person she is, and I wouldn't exist. So this is the thing. So if she didn't kill a different baby, right, she wouldn't have become the person she'd become. Well, what does that mean? And how are we celebrating somebody else's death in this? I mean, this is ghoulish behavior right here. This is a death cult.
I mean, okay, I get it.
This is an old topic that I don't know. I feel like at this point, it's kind of like out of anybody's control anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna. People are gonna do what they do. Even back then, I was very conflicted in my belief on it because I am pro-life, but I'm also about people's liberty and autonomy. So I never really stood or like where I believe. Yeah, it was kind of like not really my fight. I didn't know what was. There's not a right answer, right? There is no right answer for it, or there that you could ever make both sides believe in. So let's see what she says.
Incarnate, right? You want to the gay thing's pretty bad, but this gets even worse as we are now told by one of the Stranger Things stars on late night TV, being told and lectured that it's a good thing for women to have abortions and kill babies, and it's good not only that, but that this girl's sister was killed in the womb, so that she could exist. It's very weird, and I don't even understand how she gets that she exists. And it goes to show, like I said, these people are mentally deranged. They are completely disordered. They cannot think at all. They're so logically out into space and in La La Land in Hollywood, where they are getting just like harassed and groomed and all this stuff all the time, that they don't understand these things whatsoever. They don't even understand how it works, right? And how both of my parents' lives have been totally derailed if she hadn't. So here's the thing: if they hadn't killed her sister, right, her parents' lives would have been derailed. Well, boo frickin' who, right? I mean, very sickening. I mean, you know what would have stopped that too? Just not having sex and doing that. There's consequences for things.
Yeah, and this is such an old argument too. Like, there's maybe 1% that might wait until marriage to have sex.
Yeah.
I mean,
that is also a road long gone.
Yeah, that's a road long. You're not coming back from that to suddenly make the Christian nation where people wear chastity belts and all of that kind of stuff.
The Kellogg cereal myth.
Yeah, the Kellogg cereal.
This is where he's probably lost his support for the movement, though, is because of he is kind of a Puritan.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him this when it came to all of that stuff. That's why I'll say like people like John aren't grifters. They're just like misled, or they're like, because even from a Christian standpoint, like it's not you shouldn't damn people, right? The whole idea of let the person with no sin cast the first stone. That's not Jesus Christ's teaching, to throw stones and names and things like that. It's to support everyone, that, no matter what. And you try and bring them to God, because it's proven that every man sins. That's the whole point of the idea of man shall not think about another woman. It's not that you shouldn't think about another woman. It's you can't not think about another woman. It's just, it happens. And you're forgiven for that, right? Got a little Christianity in here, but I hate this kind of Christianity. It's what made me leave my church.
Things that happen with this, and it's very, very sad. I've got 3 kids.
People like to reach and search in a way to twist things. Yeah, it's all too common nowadays, where nothing is the truth. Everyone has some kind of agenda that they're trying to push, and they'll just lie to do it.
Myself, and I would not want one of them to be gone. I mean, it's just absolutely sickening how narcissistic these people are, and just how awful they act in Hollywood. So if she hadn't had access to safe and legal health care, fundamental health care, again, this is killing a baby she's talking about, right? And I, of course, like wealthy people to get abortions, but so many people will not only be able to pursue their dreams, but actually lose their lives and be unsafe. I literally talking about killing somebody and losing a life and making somebody's life unsafe, who did nothing, who just was trying to exist, right? And boop, you're gone because mommy and daddy just wanted to go out and party in Hollywood a little bit more. Yeah, very, very odd and very, very weird way of talking about this, just so callously, so coldly diminishing the destruction of life. And this is, again, the death cult of Hollywood and just how insane it is. So Stranger Things all across the board is just a woke nightmare. They're pushing it in the TV show. All the actors are pushing this stuff on every single level. And of course, they're going to do a spin-off series now that does even more of this on Netflix. And Netflix is just an atrocious
Everyone wants to take all the movie industries want a Star Wars, right? They want Marvel. They want something that they can just pump out movie after movie after TV show and make money off of it. It's not special to Netflix to push some agenda. It's just that's what they want. They want that one hit wonder. They don't want to keep risking new stuff. Corporate wants safe growth.
Destructive thing within our culture, and honestly, it just needs to be stopped. I mean, this type of thing needs to stop being glorified.
He needs to let the video play so the viewer can hear the emotions.
For putting this out there and then trying to manipulate the public with this, absolutely awful. Leave a comment down below what you think about this, please.
Oh yeah, he didn't even play it.
He's removing the human.
Check out the stars entwined in the description.
He didn't even play it, right?
Yeah,
he didn't even play the video.
The human.
Oh, yeah. John definitely hates Zootopia too. Probably. Oh God.
My God.
I thought he was gonna play it so we could hear it, but he's probably not playing it because it doesn't sound as bad as him saying "kill babies."
I could try to find it.
Yeah, if you can find it, we'll pull it up later because I want to compare it together to what
Can you go back?
saying.
I want to see what website he's on for that.
It looks like X. Babies live in order to pursue their dreams. Stranger Things.
This is. What was the show called? Late night show or whatever.
Huh?
What's the show that she was on?
So Stranger Things.
No, where she did this interview.
Oh, I don't know. Which it just says a late night show. Revealed. It might be Ali Coalition. Joey Carey.
That's him.
Okay. Ali Coalition.
Okay, I found it.
Did you? Send it. Send it.
Oh yeah, she's very cracked up in this. Let me send it to you on Discord.
All right. All right. Where are you putting it at? Feed the pig.
Yeah. Nice one.
Get the fuck out of the way so I can see it.
It is Instagram, but I think you can just click whatever pop up out of the way. And then
Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can hear what she
say
says.
about her abortion that she got when she was really young, and about how if she hadn't have had it, she wouldn't have become the person that she'd become, and I wouldn't exist, and how both of my parents' lives would have been totally derailed and she hadn't had access to safe and legal health care, fundamental health care. And I, of course, like wealthy people will always be able to get abortions, but so many people will not only not be able to pursue their dreams, but actually lose their lives and be unsafe. My mom wrote this really beautiful essay about her abortion that she got when she was really young, and about how if she hadn't have had it, she.
So yeah, it's about her mom having an abortion and feeling like it was the right idea. Nowhere near as like bad as you can say. And you can have your, like I said, you can have your things. I'm a very pro-life person, I think. There are some agreements I have with like, hey, you know, don't get pregnant.
When to do it.
If you, if you want to have kids.
But if you're like 16, you're not ready to be a parent. Absolutely
right.
not.
So it just,
and then she's not wrong. I mean, things change. Like if she, if her parents didn't get that, for whatever reason they didn't get it,
she might not.
They could have been somewhere else. Yeah. There's no telling what type of like altered the timeline.
Yeah, the butterfly effect. So yeah, I mean, that's nowhere near as bad as what he's saying with it. It's typical, to me, typical lefty like talk about abortion. Nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary.
I wonder if someone brought it up to her.
It's possible. Like that's the problem is that clip is very clipped, so like it's very very tight. So I'm wondering if there was more to it.
Because people have a habit of bringing up people's past stuff on these things for content. I'm never a big fan of that. It's like private.
Yeah, I agree. Like I wouldn't talk about most of my life, right? on most cases behind the scenes. Y'all will know War Dad, as I'm being called by some of the people, but y'all won't know, the full things. And I'll talk about things like my daughter's about to be in the Nutcracker. That's pretty cool. But just no details, right? I won't be posting happy pictures to defend myself.
5 hours after making AI generated stuff of characters.
Yeah, after making a ton of AI generated content of other women.
And his wife at the same time.
Time. There's been a thing going around, and I didn't know if I wanted to step in on it, really. But there was a guy who was saying that he increased his wife's tits, and oh look, she looks fatter from this angle, but it's really just a bad angle. And I don't think he increased his wife's tits in the pictures. So you can talk about how he upscaled her for that moving picture, but just flat out saying he's
never
complete. Good.
Never ever would do that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not putting them through an AI generator, because then their pictures are being put in there probably to train anyway.
Yep, exactly. That stuff never gets pulled out. And I'm still thinking there's going to be lawsuits once these AI companies become profitable and they're making real money off of all of this stuff. It's going to be bad, because people are going to start coming after them for copyright stuff, and we're going to figure out what the precedent is on AI copying art of people, right? Especially the people who have money, authors and filmmakers and film companies and things like that. So we'll see. Next up on the list, though. Oh, here we go. Let's see what Simon has to say. I mean, there's certain things you don't need to talk about with the public. Oh, you already said that one. Yeah, agreed. And then what's scary is the shit he does in public. Imagine what weird, stupid things he does that even he won't admit. That's probably true. Well, who knows, man? People are weird altogether. I feel like a normie most days when I get on the internet and look at all the crazy shit that happens on here. But coming up next, as we go into the next thing, everyone knows Th3Birdman. He is constantly making videos on the usual subjects. He seems to do more about the movies than gaming, but that just seems to be his purview. But lately I had a talk. We were talking with Executioner, I think his name was Executioner. Minor spelling mistake. On X, and we got into a lot of the gaming stuff and things like that. And then Nibs jumped in. I was surprised by that. Came in and was talking. Me and him were talking about the word grifter. He questioned me on the word grifter, is what it came down to. And I told him my points. Definition? Yeah, definition. He questioned me on my definition of grifter. And so I figured this came up. It was a day ago, and Simon posted up for me. So I was like, yeah, we're going to watch this because I want to see what because Birdman 100% calls these guys grifters all day long. And I understand that idea. They are making money off of it. And there are ones that I think that are grifters. I won't hide the fact that I think Smash is a grifter now. I've added him to my grifter list. Grummz is a grifter and a scammer. And Demion, I'm not sure about yet, though. The way he presents information, so because he's usually the one that presents the false information, and then the others run with it.
Yeah, I think Indy's just crazy.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that too.
We've seen those DMs, remember, with him and Keith got into it.
Oh yeah, that was nuts, dude. That was nuts.
And he showed off those DMs, and that's why I don't think he's a grifter. I think he's actually insane, or at least just stupid.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't want to necessarily call him. He might actually believe in the stupid shit he's saying.
He said he's a hero.
Yeah,
So
he did
like,
say
yeah.
his ego complex.
Oh, such a hero. Of course.
I love to hear someone weigh in on one of the good ones, saying, "Hey, you could have made her cuter without making her not black." That was a good one. I'll see if I can find that one again. X.
I looked up the Stranger Things spinoff. It is confirmed, but it kind
Oh.
of sounds respectable.
Oh
They
yeah.
said that he was like, oh, he's been asked if it was 11 or Dustin's spinoff or something more about like the Upside Down. And he says they're not doing any of that. They said that it's gonna share like the universe, but it's gonna be a completely brand new cast and
Okay.
that 1000% different. It says they wanted to. There's something refreshing about starting over, and you're not tied to a massive web of lore.
Yeah.
It says standalone story, not an expansion of the mythos.
I think that's one thing that movie industry could use, the media industry could do with, is instead of trying to stick with the same cast, especially when you stick with kids and they get older and older and older, but to change it up. Like I think Star Wars would be really good at showing things, even in the modern Star Wars, from a different side.
That's why I like Skeleton Crew. It like completely brand new characters. It's technically a sequel.
Yeah.
And it's also it's just legit just its own thing. While it added a bunch of lore that was actually kind of cool.
Yeah. So this is what Jersey's talking about. So
I like Birdman because he earned his ego, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And he definitely the first couple of videos I watched of his, he really broke down, what the lies are, what the I think the ones I watched were on Critical Drinker, and just how manipulative he is. And you could just see from the whole, all Birdman really did was show the whole clip. Right?
Yeah. Like, he's a very respectable man.
Yeah, Atreus doesn't like him though.
Atreus doesn't like Birdman.
Oh yeah, him and Birdman get into it all the time.
It's because Atreus is just one of those who are like begging you to like detach yourself from the tumor.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kaida. They could be rescued. I think they could be rescued. I don't know.
Yeah. So we have Kaida, and he said, and if you didn't see this post, these have been going around where they're just changing the games, which I don't care about mods. If you want to do this, sure. But it's gay to like post it online all over the place.
Just please hide this.
Yeah.
To advertise you changing it.
Yeah, you don't have to be like, I'm saving gaming, which is exactly what this dude did.
Mary Jane has a point. People do have all sorts of versions of what they imagine her, so I can see them coming up with a little argumentative thing to show that. Mm-hmm. Top is so unnecessary.
Oh, this is the
top one is unnecessary. Bottom is unnecessary. Mary Jane, sure, that could be a topic. That
like this. If this bothers you, there's something wrong with you. And it looks like they used Mary Jane's model.
Yeah, it does look like the same one.
Cowboy Curtis doesn't like himself, let alone others. Is that who this is? Howler?
Atreus, I think.
No. Oh yeah, Cowboy Curtis is Atreus. True. And notice nobody, not one of his friends came in to defend him. If he needed defending or backup or not, is seriously not the point. You're friends with someone, you stand up for them on racist shit. Yeah. Well, I mean, when you have one of your friends, just post, just racist posting Indian stuff. Like I want to say that like he's trying to be edgy, but it's edgy. There's some kind of joke with it. There's some kind of, shock value that you're trying to get. And Smash is just making like the most milquetoast uncle at the Thanksgiving takes about Indian people. It's like, okay,
Jeez.
Uncle, it's okay, Uncle Jeff, go sit down in the corner and have another beer. So Kaida said, you could have made the black girls cute without race swapping her. Woo! We might be able to save them, boys and girls. We might be able to save him. He's starting to notice. And I mean, yeah, that's straight whitewash. Like, I get it. I feel like this has been tampered with beforehand. Like, I don't know what this is from,
I'll
but
look it up.
the way the nose is and the way the mouth is looks overextended. And maybe this is it.
Her name is Alba. No, it's not. She's Death, I think, actually. Death. Haley?
Ask Uncle Jeff about Italians.
Oh my god.
I mean, the Birdman's video piqued my interest since I remember getting into an argument with Sigma about it. Yeah. I vaguely remember that one for it. But yeah, because I think I came in somewhere on that, and then someone else started arguing with me, and then like both of y'all went after him, and it was really weird. I'm pretty sure it doesn't look like that in the game. Yeah, it was regarding
that is her. That's actually what she looks like.
Is that actually what she looks like?
But she's like that's like a teenager look though. Yeah. By the way, that's Miles' girlfriend.
This is?
Yeah, I didn't even know that Miles had a girlfriend.
I didn't know that Miles had a girlfriend either, but I guess everyone needs a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's his girlfriend.
Yeah. So yeah, Kata finding out the hard way that these people don't think black people should be in games, or think that every black person they see is woke. Like, I get it. This nose feels like overdone. The mouth I could say is fine, but this
I think it's just because it's mid animation. So
yeah,
it's like
it's just the way.
It's
that's the one thing that they love to do is wait for that bad angle. They tried to do it with Siri, and then it was like just absolutely proven wrong.
They just do it too much. But like my biggest rule with these comparisons, it should be you should always try to find the best picture of your opponent possible.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then the best picture. What you want to give an example?
Oh, what are the
Once you have
replies post? I shouldn't have deleted it. Let me pull it back up. That's a good thing. I don't usually look too deep into replies.
Maybe his fan base.
Cancer. Bitch. Here we are.
Granted, I think Atreus is homophobic, so I don't know if he could be 100% safe. But
yeah, well, you know, get him somewhere. Here's something for the retards who think I'm a fan of race swaps. I'm tired of the race swaps. Slightly lighter skin means she's not black now. Oh, Jesus. Be serious. This is what you have fought and argued for. Of course, I expect him to say that. Wrong. No such thing as cute and black. What?
Oh.
No such thing as cute and black. Good that she was race swapped. Now they need to do the same to Miles and all the other black characters. That's a troll. That's a troll. Yeah. 30 subs. That dude's just a troll.
2009? Whoa. That's an old account.
Yeah, that is an old account, but they haven't done anything.
The fudge are they doing?
Yeah. That's someone's burner they made like a long time ago, and they awoke.
Yeah.
Low quality bait. Yeah.
Wait a minute. What's that? This person's like Middle Eastern or something too.
Has to be. Germany.
Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Count based in German.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Then go big. Wait. No. Oh, he made it. He could have made it in Germany.
Yeah, he could have made it in Germany. What do they expect? It's like I said, they bring in the worst people and act all surprised when they see these replies. Yeah. Well, at this point, they're almost getting it from both ends, because I don't see a lot of positive comments in a lot of these guys' threads anymore. Like they're usually just mostly haters. You sure about that? Oh shit. Shut the fuck up. I bet you're one of those people that wouldn't say shit if it was a white character being swapped. Oh man, these people.
He's getting lumped. That's what they do. They lump you into a great little box. They don't know you. They just saw the quote retweet and went aggro.
We're not going any further down.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, we're not
Careful.
going any further down. Oh man. Yeah, just crazy.
Like I said, I don't know if he's ever gonna learn from this thing.
Right? Bro
Like-
finding out that he was just a useful idiot being used as a tool by his people. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's just it. They don't
he can
really
have his
care.
opinions.
Sure,
But
absolutely.
like, get
Well,
away
he
from
can
them.
have the anti-woke opinion, right? There are probably some things me and him would agree on in some cases, right? But
Evacuate. Get off the ship.
yeah, get off the ship, bud. It's
Like-
sinking. Come on over here to our side. We ain't rising, but we have fun. All right, let's watch Birdman, and it's just a short video on the word grifter.
You guys are going to have to excuse my voice. I'm getting over a cold and I'm still a bit fatigued, so we're going to make this one pretty
Motherfucker has
ASMR
this
time.
voice when he has a cold and wants to tell me to.
The ASMR voice.
Yeah. Like, fuck off. I'll never have that. When I'm sick, I sound horrible.
short, which is ironic because this was originally supposed to be a short, but it went on a little too long for a short. Anyway, a video
Short
popped
rant.
up in my notifications. Is Madvocate a grifter by SK? And given that I've had my own spat with Madvocate and I profile grifters myself,
Do you know anything about Madvocate? Like, I've
Mm-mm.
never heard of this guy.
Probably up and coming dude, probably.
Yeah, right.
No
The
wonder.
Reddit horror story reader's voice. Yeah, 100%, Kimoji, 100%. If he ever falls out on this, he can just go to, well, not really, because it's all AI voices now, but maybe he could somewhere.
I decided to check out this video. And as has been common whenever grifters get brought up on YouTube, I get mentioned in the comment section, this time unfavorably as
I
this
blame
person
people. Hold on. I blame people like Birdman for that. Oh, the word grifter is also meaning. I blame people like Birdman for that. While there are as many good criticisms of anti-woke individuals in his videos, how are you going to just flat out be like, he's got many good criticisms? In half of the cases, he does not prove that they are grifters. People with stupid arguments, yes. Ideological hypocrites, yes. Grifters, in most of cases, no. But at this point, ironically enough, grifter is the same as woke, as a thing that simply means someone. Thing in case of woke. I don't like.
blames me for the apparent misuse of the word grifter.
That's right. That's
According
right,
to this
Birdman.
person
It's all
and people
you.
like him, I am responsible for people labeling content creators grifters
Yeah.
because they don't like something we like. I am really tired of this mischaracterization of my position, as I've literally never criticized anyone for not liking something that I like. That's just not a thing that I do. But these people honestly seem to believe we call these people grifters because they don't like the latest Marvel movie, instead of them actively lying about the latest Marvel movie in an attempt at making it look bad and generating hate clicks. And this is mainly, but not always, used by fans of grifters who simply want to dismiss the criticism outright and not have to actually engage with what it is people like me are saying when we call someone a grifter. But these people honestly seem to believe we call these people grifters because they don't like the latest Marvel movie, instead of them actively lying about the latest Marvel movie in an attempt at making it look bad and generating hate clicks. I explained in a previous video that when we say grifter, we are referring to a media grifter. If you type those two simple words in Google, this, or something very close to this, will pop up on your screen. You'll notice it's not the silly definition these people like to bring up, which references a person that engages in petty or small-scale swindling. A media grifter is a very specific type of grifter, just as a killer whale is a very specific type of dolphin. What people like this commenter are doing when they use the general definition of grifter is the same as saying the bottlenose dolphin is the only kind of dolphin. So, back to what Google is showing.
Okay.
The most important part of this is
Okay, that's the first time I found out a killer whale is a dolphin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just thought they were a separate species. I mean, I know there are technically a different species, but I didn't know they were just literally a kind of dolphin.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're porpoises, right? That's what all dolphins are. The whale is just used because they're so big.
It's not just financially that.
Yeah.
It's not about the money all the time.
Yeah.
Tell signs that you're dealing with a media grifter, or grifter for short. Let's use the critical drinker as an example.
Let me read it. So now this is the first time I've heard about media grifting. So this may change my view
Profit
of it.
motive.
Hold on. Oh,
I think it's clear that grifters are doing it for the money, so I don't really need to show any examples. This is why they shit out tons of videos per week, instead of carefully curated and thoughtful opinion pieces meant to make their audiences think and meaningfully engage with their content and the media property. But if you really need evidence, here is the Critical Drinker's Patreon, and his merch shop, and his Subscribe Star, and him asking you to crowdfund another one of his movies. But making money alone isn't enough.
I didn't realize he was doing he caught me with that one. Another movie. His first one was so bad.
We know he made one.
Oh, goodness. Is he going to call it a movie and then change it like halfway through? Anyway.
Someone a media grifter, so let's move on to the next characteristic. Provoking outrage. Again, something that doesn't need any explanation. The critical drinker has publicly lied and attributed false quotes to people, notably Isabella Merced, which I showed in my video profiling the drinker.
Some of the stars of the film have got theories about why that is, and one of them is right here. Isabella Merced, is that the word? Merced?
Sure. Yeah.
She said it failed for one simple reason. For the same reason that the Marvels or Bird of Prey failed, because the male audience still hides a deep contempt for everything that is starring strong, independent women.
Oh, God. The truth is the truth, I guess.
Sure. I mean, that's definitely the reason
I fucking hate Mahler.
Failed and the
Yeah,
I really hate Mahler, man.
Mahler, I feel like he tries to sit somewhere in the middle, but
too hard when he just sits right next to someone who straight up lied right there and then said that's the truth.
Yeah. It's like you feel like he could have really good takes. Like I've watched episodes of EFAP, and when he's talking, like I don't believe in his whole idea of objectively bad movies, like because it can always be good to somebody. It's still an opinion. Your criticism is still an opinion at the end of the day, but he can actually articulate some of the things that he sees that's like actual movie stuff. But he stays on this road, right?
Marvels, it wasn't because they were bad films that no one wanted.
The goal here was to get people mad at her or to provoke outrage, which is something that actually happened. Drinker has never actually apologized for spreading this false quote, so again, the point was specifically to provoke outrage.
Yeah, that's a thing that really gets me. That's one thing that really pisses me off, is if they do get something like objectively wrong, like it's just flat out wrong, they will not, for any reason, retract the statement. Like it's the worst kind of journalism you could possibly think of when you do something like that. They could easily be like, hey, I was wrong here, but to be wrong with their audience is suicide for their side.
Exploiting biases. The critical drinker literally has a video titled "They Hate Men" and another titled "We Killed the Acolyte," apparently.
Yeah, the Endymion does this one. Endymion has tons of videos that are like, they want you dead, they hate you, they hate this, they who knows what else. So, but that's his constant naming convention.
Both of these videos are meant to reinforce the audience's biases against these things. If he tells you they hate men over and over, and you are a man, you'll likely start to buy into this rhetoric because you're a man. Ask yourself, what is the percentage of his audience that are men? Here's mine, overwhelmingly male, and I don't even make content crying about women. Misleading the audience. I recently showed Drinker lying about Predator Badlands, saying the film never explains why the android can communicate with the Predator and how he said the two planets in that film are indistinguishable. They're not. He is also now claiming Badlands is failing at the box office. It isn't. Abusing pathos.
That's one that I've said many a times, as they'll say, like Ghost of Yotei is our predator. It's clear all the
Jeez.
metrics are clearly saying that it's doing well, but why is this okay? Yeah, that's right. But they'll still keep pushing the false narrative.
This is exactly the purpose of this video, because Drinker knows his audience won't question him, and he can therefore say things like they hate men, knowing the majority of his audience won't even fact check that, and that his sycophants, like this melted spork, will defend his honor so that he doesn't have to. Might as well put on a dress there, critical maiden. Excessive confidence. I think this goes without saying, but this is Drinker's entire persona, an overly confident alpha male that is taking on the message. And finally, dismissing criticism. When presented with the fact that he has been criticized by me, the Birdman, here's what he had to say.
Pena says, to clarify my super chat from last open bar, some douche called The Birdman made a vid about you, and there's so much stupidity in it that EFAP will have a field day. Oh, yes, he was asking him, would we do a response to The Birdman?
Oh. Oh, yeah, because
That
we're
would
trying
be
to figure
disaster.
out if the Birdman was like a character or a show or something else.
So
but,
apparently he's a YouTuber.
I mean, well, like I've said before, there's so many
Apparently.
videos on all of us now that we've almost lost interest in doing.
This is like a way they treat you.
Yeah, it is.
very
I
caught
mean,
up
it's very telling that that's how it is. They have to pretend you don't exist, or they'll call you a wokey or something like that. They try and dehumanize you or demasculine you so that you're one of these like weak people. But the real reason that Smash won't talk to me is because I don't back down on him. And every time that he has, he's gotten fucking he's gotten shut up real quick. Darvo, yeah.
God.
And,
Yeah,
like,
they have this weird little click
talking about movies and
that they
TV.
want to control
Just
really
so it's
hard.
much more preferable.
They got what? This weird little click. Yeah, it's
They
it's the
really
very-
want to control, and they know they have
Yeah.
like complete control of like the nerd media flow on YouTube, and they don't want to relinquish that.
Well, I think they're losing it, right? People like Critical Drinker are so big, it's going to be like he may never fully die out, I guess. But then again, I've seen million sub YouTubers drop to next to nothing.
I don't know how Robot Head's still around. That's like slop.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen them, so I don't even know like half it. I've never seen the Angry Badger. I've watched
These
a
are
little Platoon
old.
video or two. Don't know
That's like the
Robot
newest
Head,
one.
don't know Dispout. And then I know Mauler. But it's a hug box. It's the very definition of an echo chamber, right? They always talk about you getting in your echo chamber, but this is the definition of an echo chamber. They will not talk to anyone else. They will not think of anything more than whatever narrative they're trying to push. And they won't be honest when they are wrong. They got to keep moving the goalpost down until they're absolutely, nowhere else to go. And even then, half of their audience will still believe them. I've had people come up and say things that are absolute lies. It's like, nope, that's a lie. And here's the evidence that it is.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
And yeah, honestly, if some douchebag decides like he's gonna come after me in a video, I don't fucking care. Like, it's not
You
worth my
respond to all
time
of them?
respond to it.
As you can see, he has zero intention of actually engaging with the criticism of his ideas, because the goal isn't to be right, it's to generate clicks and revenue. So for the people that try to deflect by calling me one, by definition, I am not a grifter. Hell, not even by the general grifter definition that you guys use as a deflection. You can call me many things, but I don't fit either of these descriptions, and everyone I have covered actually does. So let's put the idea that I and the people that follow me are misusing the word grifter to bed, please, because that deflection is no longer going to work. And to my audience, if you see someone saying we are misusing grifter, please send them this video so that I don't have to get into that comment section and do it myself. I am actually kind of tired of having to explain all this.
Mm-hmm.
It is exhausting.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's a lot of it's repeating the same stuff over and over again. Good thing I'm crazy.
Media
So
grifter
there it
would be
is.
a good word to start using.
I was just thinking the same thing because like media grifter does fit that title. Like the initial word grifter, which you hear all the time, is easy to push off because most people think of like snake oil salesmen and the idea that you don't have to believe in what you're selling, uh,
Mhm.
which is easy for them to push around. Like, how do you prove that they're not, that they don't believe in what they're selling? But media grifter is very much more like they can believe in it, but they're still using it to make money. We can all call them carpetbaggers. Grummz fits both definitions versus his orbiters are more media grifters. Yeah, that's a good one, a way to put it. Media grifter. Why does it not give me the definition? Because it's fucking Bing.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't. Get out of here. Hey, Google. .com. Media grifter. So we'll look at all of them. Boop. Nope, that's not. That's not where the audience can see. All right, so we've got a media grifter is a person who spreads false or misleading information for personal or financial gain, often to provoke outrage, drive engagement like clicks, subscriptions, and ad revenue. Yep. They exploit confirmation bias, a word I've said many a times, and a person's pre-existing beliefs to build a following that is more likely to believe their claims without scrutiny. This concept is a modern version of a grifter or con man, but with a focus on using media platforms to create a narrative for profit. Just look at the beef going on with Templar and Ant right now. I mean, a lot of these dorks love to talk a lot of mad shit on their platforms, but as soon as you challenge to talk to you one-on-one, they fold instantly. Oh yeah, instantly they'll do it. Smash's ego got so big, he was willing to try and step into the ring with someone who knew way more than he did, and he got slapped down for it. So I doubt he's going to be doing that ever again. It's going to be, Fortress Arc for all of them because they can't go in. Like when they say that, I talk to people who disagree with me all the time, I bring people like that on. They mean like one guy who maybe didn't follow the narrative that they were going with, right? One of the smaller guys. It's not the same thing as talking to someone who truly doesn't believe what you're talking about. I wish I had still had those screen caps of when Jeff tried to argue with me. Yeah. Screen cap it the next time it happens. So there's that. I saw an interesting one. There's a guy we've watched him before on the channel. His name's Card Posting. I mean, Leaflet and Nare is a good example of that since Leaflet got bodied by Nare in 4-hour debate stream recently. I considered taking a look at that. I just don't want to watch it.
I was going to poke you about that. I was like, it's hot topic, but I am curious about, we don't have to talk about their topic. We could always just see how they handle each other. Because they're like total opposites.
Down version of the main points. We could watch some of it. I mean, I've got time. Nothing I have is ever set in stone. Find me the video. We'll pull it up. Because I'm sure it's about like, Nare pretty much exclusively talks about trans stuff, trans rights and all that. No one won the Leaflet Naru debate. It was a dumpster fire. I mean, I could. That sounds interesting too.
There wasn't much to, because it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, Nari believes in them.
Yeah.
The other one I think is legit. I think the other one is legit ill in the mind.
Yeah. But some of these people, I mean, literally anybody can make a YouTube video. It's one of the problems with freedom of speech.
We always watch like 10 minutes of it just to see the intro.
Oh, you send me the link to it. We'll take a few minutes of it. If it's a dumpster fire too much, then we'll see.
Yeah, Simon, you handle that. I think you know more about that than I would.
How do why oh, I need to go into, sorry, I'm trying to get my Kimoji. Here, hold on. Let me show you something. Video. Does this look more familiar, Kimoji? This is like completely unplayable to me. Good old Dwarf Fortress.
God.
Beautiful. I figured you'd like it, Kimoji. Video. No. We love ASCII. That's right. We do love ASCII. If it wasn't for the ASCII graphics, we never would have gotten Dwarf Fortress, which means we may never have gotten Minecraft or RimWorld. Let me go into Feed the Pig here. Boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. Full conversation. Oh, nope, I don't want that. Nope. Why does it do this? Why can't I just hide this? Why do you hate me? It says I'm in Feed the Pig, but it's showing me Piggy Pics. Oh no, because I'm in Piggy Pics. I have some new pictures I need to post.
Definitely.
Her model unnerves me, and I don't know why. I think it's the way she's never looking forward. And it's not even like most of them don't really look like directly at the channel, but she's always like looking up into the sky. Well, and I don't know why that's
cameras and angles and I don't know.
Yeah. That's kind of what it comes down
Leaflet was like a little elf. I don't know.
Yeah, Leaflet, she's probably trying to play on Leafy is here.
No, why would you want to emulate that?
There's so many people that like to because he was, popular back then. Which I've heard he's been unbanned from YouTube. I don't think he'll ever come back, but I think he's too deep in the drugs for that. All right, let's see what we can listen here. We may skip through some stuff.
All right.
Why are they fucking?
Does that work for you?
Oh, there we
go. What's up?
Does that work for you?
Does what work? Sorry.
The
technical issues.
Oh yeah, it's however you want it. It's gonna show basically exactly how it shows on your screen. It should show that basically. So
I'm scared. She sounds so innocent already, and I'm like, what's gonna be awful?
Yeah. It sounds it may be her voice, but personally it sounds like a voice changer. But I think that's like very common.
So how was your Thanksgiving?
VTuber.
I'm German.
Do you do that?
No,
I'm German.
I don't do that.
Right. How? What's your favorite German food?
I mean, I like sausages. That's pretty German.
Which one though?
Bro, check Feed the Pig.
What
you got now for me, Simon? Oh, is this the shortened down version?
Is there shortened down
version?
version?
Go to 5045 on this one. Okay. Hold on.
My favorite food is.
Do you think like exclusive white?
Yeah.
An hour is the shortened one.
Yeah, all right. Okay, we'll just go like here.
of your love is a literal poison to me. Is that you kill me? Yeah. I've been there. Like I had suicidal thoughts when I was like 14 and whatnot. And then I talk about this. I share my experience. I share like how certain things make me feel. And then it's like, yeah, I was actually like emotionally
what kind of German
and like trauma dumping.
accent is that?
No, I said I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so hardcore German.
Yeah. Oh, that's what Jersey is saying. That's the V where a vacation in 1939.
Yeah. And they know it too. I've seen them. They make fun of themselves because they mention how they do voice training, and that is the problem. Actually, they have a voice training. Is that it's a damn German.
Got that hardcore German accent. It's funny.
It's actually like really disingenuous. Like, you know, you're just arguing from like a point of like emotions. You're not listening to Leaflet's logic. Anyway, so I want to like show a few clips that like Sylvie actually saved. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of clips that I have not. Like there are a lot of moments, clippable moments that
he says. Jersey says, "I'm German. I can't place it. That's like parody. I don't know. You never know on the internet though.
I'm a big
have
fan
not
of
been
these
clipped.
Scandinavian accents.
Yeah. Where am I? What am I doing? Let's see. We can at least look. Because I mean, she could be playing it up, I suppose.
Yeah. Like I like Narya, but having Narya as the source could be a little iffy for fresh in here.
Yeah. Where are we going?
Like kind of some action. I
mean, it
I
does say
wish
Europe.
that they didn't. I wish they didn't beef people so much for their own sake, but I definitely don't want to police what
Yeah.
They seem like they're capable of that.
Sounds like a character impersonating a Bond villain. It could be.
Oh my god. I mean, the model does. Yeah. I can see them doing a really good job trying.
But I think that like I'm not entirely sure if I want to go back and like look for them, or if I'm just going to like, you know, this is just like a recap of like all the things that went down. And if you're interested, you know, you can always like watch the full ward and you're going to find moments like that. Sylvie was so dumbfounded by everything Leaf was saying for as long as I saw the debate. Sylvie was reacting to it, so I'm like kind of curious. A lot of like the takes that like Sylvie is going to have, especially when it comes to like the sports debate, because he actually knows about like sports, you know.
Wait,
and
he?
I think it would be like interesting for me to like talk with him about it, despite, you know, him being like cis. Let me play some of these clips.
Like a
Despite him
bad,
being
you know,
cis?
like a inherently bad thing. It's just
So
that since we
Leafly,
exist
is
in
it
a
he?
society, you know,
I don't
you'd
know.
have to harmonize.
There's a few mutuals of mine who are on bad terms with Nare as well for personal reasons, though I personally don't have any issues with her so far. I mean, she goes, to me, it's like the posts that I've seen. Yeah, she's rough around the edges, and like some of the posts I see, I just vaguely don't agree with her. It's almost over the top. But I don't watch a lot of her, so I can only see the few messages or the few posts online that I see.
With said society, and
So-
it would make it easier.
So should the norm basically control how others need to like live like?
It's like I said before. People who are weird have to do their best to live within the society, and society has a obligation or a moral obligation to allow them to have their liberty.
Okay.
Not moral, sorry, just a societal obligation. For the sake of harmony, a societal obligation, not moral. Sorry, I missed.
I mean, I think calling like left-handed people weird, or like calling autistic people weird, or gay people.
Nare is too quick to jump the gun and doesn't think ahead. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense.
Like that's when my only criticism of them is I wish they'd slow down sometimes.
Yeah.
Because of I get it. Because like if you look at their perspective, they're in a den of wolves that on that website. So I feel like they have to like play
Respond.
it up, and it's really unfortunate because I want to know who they are, really, but I don't think I'll be able to figure that out without the website the way it is.
Yeah. Well, so far I'm gonna say
they're fine.
Yeah. Leaflet's argument so far is kind of the traditional one that we go with, and there's some agreement I have with that. Like I'm a firm believer that you should push society. Like I believe very much in mental health and taking care of people who need being taken care of, but at the same time you can't overly force society to change your narrative. Like my big thing is in mental health and stuff like that, and just because someone's a schizophrenic doesn't mean that they're like above the law, kind of stuff is the way I look at it. We live in a society. That's right. That is right.
This is probably the most normal of the video though.
Yeah, it probably is. All right.
Let's see how it goes, because I see people saying like Giga Nazi stuff happens, and I'm like, I want to see what consider.
Keep
Giga
listening; it's gonna change, right? Of course, the first thing I hear is like really light and like agreeable,
weird and whatnot. It's like pretty. It's kind of gross.
Why?
I can't watch VTubers because like.
So this is like the assimilation part.
Nare's eyes are not as bad. I don't like it unnerves me that she's looking up, but Leaf's eyes just look dead inside. What just happened?
That I was like talking about, like, oh, trans people need to do their best in order to not disrupt the status quo, not make other people uncomfortable. So a lot of like the debate was like, oh, what if like a trans person goes into like a women's locker room and makes someone uncomfortable? Should they not be allowed to voice their discomfort? And it's like, why does their discomfort mean more than the comfort of trans people? And why do you assume that everybody's like uncomfortable with like a trans person? And then always like, oh yeah, but like you get naked and like show your dick. Like I don't know many trans people who even like go into like public restrooms.
That was I'm sorry. I was trying to not like just completely laugh at that, pulling your dick out. But it caught me off guard. Oh man.
I've not gone swimming in a really long time, especially before bottom surgery, because of like severe dysphoria, and I was like incredibly uncomfortable with it. Who gets naked in the bathroom? The argument was basically like, oh, you go like swimming, you go into like a there's like a pool or whatnot, and people are just like showing their genitalia, etc. We have like small little stalls where you go.
Wargaming Dad is not surviving this debate. Well, the problem is too, when I listen to something, I have my opinions that I want to say. So. Yeah, well, yeah, I usually try and stay out of the trans argument, right? Because I do have my beliefs that are very different. Like fuck it, we're gonna do it. My take on the bathroom thing comes down to perception. If like the idea that everyone can tell that a trans person is trans is ridiculous. There's many who can present very well.
Yeah.
So the vast majority will never know it's a trans next to them in the bathroom. There are some people who it just isn't going to happen, right? They'll never reach without serious amounts of surgery that doesn't really exist yet. And I think there's an argument where like if you can walk in, genes, exactly. If you can walk in without people noticing, you're generally not going to have a problem. If you don't, I mean, if you look like a man in a dress, then there's criticism there because there are bad actors, right? So I don't believe in like doing a dick, everyone step in line. I have to feel if you have a pussy or not.
That's horrible.
but
people suggesting that I looking at them funny.
Yeah. So you should be respectable to everybody. In public, there may be some limiting factors, right? Schizophrenic can't sit on the side of the wall and draw in their own blood the signs that they hear from the demons. That's extreme. That's but
What?
but it's like, I can't people who have certain types of mental disorders, they're going to have problems. There's things in society they're not going to be able to do. That there are some bending that needs to be done, but you can't absolutely break from the rules for necessarily that person, right? A lot of the stuff that's made in a society comes together because it helps, or it's more right for everyone. Now with that, societies change. That's what we're going through right now. There was well, in some cases we're reverting. You had the gay and stuff way back in the day. We have the trans stuff now. It was a lot when I was in high school. It was a lot heavier a subject. And I remember actually wearing there was a group. I had a lot of friends who were gay. I was in the marching band in high school, if you want to hear that.
Artistic people.
Yeah, I wasn't very good. I was in because my mother pushed me in. But I liked it, for some things. I didn't want to do it my senior year. So I had a lot of gay friends, and they were talking about making a gay pride club. Yeah. And I was like very against that. Me and my buddy were too, even though they were all our friends. Well, here's the thing, like, we wore straight pride shirts to school, kind of as a little. Oh my
god.
Yes, we did. I was super cringe
negative
back in
points
the day.
on you for that one.
Yeah, it is. But I talked to when I did it, I talked to a lesbian friend of mine, a very close lesbian friend, and she's like, "Why'd you do that?" And I was like, "Well, from my personal beliefs, like it's about your sexuality. We don't need a school for that." Like a course for that. Like, I have no problems with your beliefs and things like that, but we don't have a cis sex club, right? I have sex with women and only women. But I've changed quite a bit from there, and it doesn't really bother me. Like, gay pride stuff has never really bothered me.
You know what? That helps more than anything. Those clubs.
What?
Just to meet others that are actually gay too. Because
true. And that's where I've
great
changed.
for like dating and stuff, but it's really hard to actually find people like you might want to date. So those clubs are like a good little area. That's my perspective when I was in high school, and I tried to find those clubs because I wanted to know who else was gay in my school.
That's fair. That's fair.
I need it because, like, I want to talk to them, say hi.
It's such a like. The dating pool is so much harder nowadays, I feel like, for everyone, because it's everybody can have different sexualities. So it's like, oh, that girl's hot, I'm gonna go talk to her, and sorry, I only scissor. And the same thing can happen, like gay guy can hit on you and you're like, well, sorry bud, that's not my play. So it always feels like you never know.
I hate those gays too. Like, there's so many that are so bad about it, and I always call them out. And I'm like, can you just leave the straight people alone?
Yeah, I had a bunch of friends. There was like a time that I was going to gay bars with friends and stuff like that, and most were very great. But there was like one who was like, "I'm gonna turn you gay," and I was like, "You're not."
Whoa!
I know what I like.
That is so creepy.
Yeah. It was incredibly
other reasons. But I don't know. Some guys are that's a guy issue almost. Not even like a gay or straight issue. It's a guy issue.
Yeah, true.
Because I was actually God, I will tell you right now, from my perspective with men, and throughout this past year and trying to date a guy, I can understand why there's a male loneliness epidemic. Because I think men have no idea how to court anymore.
Because like men have ever really known how to court.
But there's I can tell people legit. I have told guys who have tried to ask me out. I've given them the information, and they'll continue to want me, and continue not doing what I told them. That would, talk to me more. Let's hang out. Let's watch movies. I like watching shows, and they just sit in a call silent for like hours, and I'm like, this is like.
That's been a problem with males since the beginning of time. I was that way
Just
in high
talk.
school. Yeah, and then I started to become better at yapping, we'll say. And it was easier for me to talk to women. But I've had friends who've never. I mean, that's just a guy thing. Laughing my ass off. I'm gonna turn you gay, wargaming dad. The hell you are. He failed. He failed. I'm happily married with.
But like, you know, I have proper experience. Like I always say, like I'm probably like I didn't ever get officially married, but I did date someone for 9 years, so I think I was basically married.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
I had that, and I just can't imagine women right now. Young one, at least. Very young women who are trying to find a dude or not. And they'll just like, a lot of them just don't know how to even do like a flower anymore.
Yeah, I think, I do think there's a lot of fear surrounding it, especially with all the stuff you see online and things like that. Because they're like, it's worse on both sides. People are like, women are the problem. People are like, men are the problem. And I can see a lot of men getting turned away by these constant videos of these women being like, they need to do this, they need to do that. The same way that these alpha males are like, saying that, women should only be your plaything and all that other stuff. It feels like a dog eat dog world. Best way to court is just to be yourself and not act like you're looking. Most guys tend to find a partner when they're not actively looking. That's how I got my current girlfriend. Yeah, I believe in that. Or just completely don't be yourself and surprise her later.
Oh no. That's toxic already.
Yeah, right. That just starts off bad.
All right, let's just get the
let's keep going, right?
This also assumes that every part of current society is correct and fixed, unchangeable. Exactly. That's like the main part. It's like just upholding the status quo and moving into a more like gross direction. Because like, what if there's like a butch like masked woman who goes into like a restroom and they are disrupting the status quo because they do not match like the beauty expectation, like the societal, like the gender norms and whatnot that women need to fulfill. Should they be kicked out because they're too disruptive?
Kamoji, that's an interesting statement coming from you. But yes, you're right. Yeah.
Mari's not wrong. That's happened.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, in the world today, the more butch, like it's the line that used to be kind of like hard pressed that you could see is very blurred, right? Because people are transitioning in between. So there may be a woman who's butch, but she's still straight. She's just tough. That's just the way she is. And, she falls in between the lines.
People come in all sorts of shapes.
That they do.
We see articles like that all of the time. What if a Hispanic woman walks into a women's locker room and people get offended? That is something that I brought up many times. There's like a line, right? It's like always like the justification. It's like, oh, because like trans people, they're like weird, they're different, they're other. They have like male genitalia, they have like a penis. You wouldn't expect a penis in women's restrooms or women's locker rooms. That is why you can't have like trans women there. So like if a trans woman doesn't reveal her penis, she should be like allowed to be in there, no?
Like, let's say for instance, like, let's say I love hentai. Like, say I'm just.
What?
I love hentai. What a. Oh, no wonder they die. You don't just starting the sentence
God,
like that.
I just got like fucking flashbanged. Oh, here we go.
Really into hentai, like damn. And I got one of those Ahegao shirts, right? I love it. So good. If I wear it like at home, it doesn't really matter. But if I wear it,
what
like,
is she
at a
talking
park where there's
about?
Kids, now I'm kind of.
Oh, okay. The kids, she's gonna wear it to the park. I guess you shouldn't probably wear it to the park.
Yeah, I mean, I get what she's going for, but it's like,
I'm not sure what a metaphor is here, though. I'm
Her
lost.
metaphor is that trans people are walking around with their cocks out.
Trans people are the Ahiago jackets.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's good. I don't like that.
Stupid.
Infringing on society. You see what I mean? But I'm not saying you should make Ahegao shirts illegal.
My facial. Do you equate being gay to being?
Oh my god. No wonder.
This is good, Simon. I like this already. Oh, that was something. This is one of the allegories of all time. It is Kimoji. It is. I'm gonna
Being like
Gotta
some
play it.
perversion.
Oh my.
No, I'm using an example of a thing that's outside of the average normal society.
I mean, they're obviously trying to relate themselves to you, but they did it through Japanese porn. Why do you think I don't talk about this girl, but despite knowing her about her?
Yes, I think that being trans, being gay, are there factors that aren't shared by the majority of society.
So there we go back again to the because trans people are different, gay people are different. That's why they shouldn't be allowed to go into like a public park where like children can perceive them. Apparently, anything outside of normal society should be kept in private. Exactly.
There.
Why'd she include gay
She's somehow dumber than Rev and Nux combined. Those collectively have 4 brain cells.
But why'd she equate? Like, why'd she lump gay people into that? Even it's like,
yeah,
it's like you don't do anything different visually. You can still dress up like, generally still like. We're not really modding ourselves much to begin with. No. There might be a fruitier kind of outfit, but I don't know. I'm not wearing anything like that when I'm going to the park.
Right.
I'm wearing cargo pants and a shirt.
Yeah. It's generally, people all dress similar, right? There's differences, of course, but they tend to be small. Like I don't. The problem is like when you talk about trans issues and things like that, most people have probably never run into a trans person, right? Or if they have, they haven't noticed, because just like all other people just want to be left alone. This idea that you're putting on this big shirt with a cock on it and walking around Disney World. Well, that one might be a little close to home. There is that one chick who got arrested not too long ago for filming in a female bathroom. I forget her name. She does like all these videos about, like, she'll go into Disney and then use food to represent how they get rid of your penis, like when there's people all around her. Like it would be a terrible thing to do whether you're straight or gay. I forget her name. I can't think of it. Maybe I'll think of it later. The Hayago shirt doesn't even make sense as a comparison because trans people aren't walking around naked. Yeah, that's exactly my point. It's just like we're talking about, while the restroom might be a public restroom, it's still a private space in a way. And they're not even going into like it's one thing, I guess, if it was a men's restroom, like if anything, it might be startling. Or it used to be a joke of like a woman walking in and standing at a urinal and peeing. But like you have your own stalls, people go into their stalls. No one sees each other fucking naked in a normal bathroom. The big one that people like to fight with is like changing rooms in a gym or something like that. But even then, I don't really know how naked people are getting in the gym. Like I go to a gym on the military base regularly, and I'm in the male locker room, and I've never seen a cock there. So, like most people are putting on their underwear, they're changing in like the shower area. But that's my experience. I also don't go looking for cock, so.
Aren't shared by the majority of society.
Do you think like exclusive white neighborhood should be a thing?
Exclusive white neighborhoods?
Yeah, so there's
Okay. Why
Whoa. I mean, yes or no, I guess.
I guess it's a yes or no question, but that's kind of out of nowhere too. Like, what is that trying to do but trying to paint Leaflet as a racist, right?
You're missing like an hour prior though. Stuff.
Oh, true.
That's just like
Yeah,
a
straight out of the
town
blue.
where there are only like white people allowed to live because like it is too disruptive for a person of color to live there. Do you think that's like, they should be like able to like?
Oh, it gets good.
Should that be like a thing?
That's a rough one, actually.
That's a rough one.
That's a rough one. What the fuck does that mean? That's a rough one.
Oh, she did an Asmongold is what it is. She made a bait question.
She did.
And wow, that's a rough. What?
What do
Also,
you mean
why does
that's a
she
rough
have the
one?
very actually voice? Actually,
Actually. Okay.
That's
I
a rough
gotta
one.
hear this.
Rough one.
That's a rough one.
I have to think on this.
So this might be shocking, but my initial reaction is yes, because
Why? Because it's a fake question too, if you think about it. Because first of all, segregation's illegal now, so that's never gonna happen. Second of all, like that's profiling, and like you'll never know. Like,
yeah, it's just so bad. It's so.
Oh no.
Oh man, I gotta give her this. She's a little base for just flat out saying it.
She yanked that out of her
Yeah,
to get her to
flat
say
out.
it. Oh my god.
Oh Jesus. Oh man.
Yes, because of freedom.
Freedom of association.
That's not okay. Freedom of association isn't a constitutional right, right? It's a law that was put in for businesses so they don't have to break religion. The famous one that everyone knows about is the Christian cake company not making a cake for a gay wedding, right? I do believe in certain situations that should be allowed. It's very fine-tuned. If a black person walked into that cake shop and they're like, I don't give cake to black people, then that's a whole different situation. That's not legal. Oh my god. Oh, Nare caught her on that one. I give her points. She's based for making her just flat out say I'm a racist. Or Leaflet's a guy, I guess. I can't tell. He looks like a little girl.
But I'd have to think about it.
I think I went to bed before this. Yeah, that was a wild one. Sure, if Germany would go ahead and they are going to be like, well, Jewish people are too disruptive, so all of them need to like be sent away.
No.
That is like something that you would like support because the majority of people in Germany aren't Jewish.
Don't do it.
So they should be able to like decide that.
Don't do it.
I don't think so because that would involve taking their property rights away.
But hold on, a white neighborhood would mean that they have to selectively not let those people buy property in America. That goes against the very Germans can never beat the classics. It's true. But yeah, you're basically taking away the property rights of black people or Africans because you're saying they can't buy this property. That's not guilt by, that's just flat out the whole reason that we say you can't, do discriminate. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, it's right there. Sorry, you can't buy into this neighborhood. It's a whole white neighborhood, and we don't need you blacks doing what y'all do.
They used to be such a bad problem too in retailer or realtors back in the day, like post segregation being banned.
Mm-hmm.
That was huge problem with just regular old people who just had a family and just wanted to live in suburbs.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was like they were
the shitty
regulated.
houses.
Mm-hmm. Or inner cities. A lot of them were pushed into inner cities too.
Yeah.
You know, that's the whole thing with the neighborhoods that sprung up around those areas. You know, Chinatown and we were just talking about this with Craig's 10-second or his 10-second clip or 2-second clip that he was saying that they're the black person, the female, and the Chinese person would never be there together. In German's defense, is this what we're doing, Jay? Is this what we're really doing? There was calls to tear down the camps, and Germany said no, they need to be remembered so it never happens again, and it's kind of a thing to go there and experience it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Germany itself did do that afterwards, but we'll call that
turn them into museums,
yeah, and stuff like that, which is good. You shouldn't erase it. I mean, people are already saying it didn't happen or that it's not as many people as you think because of the internet.
They're kind of cemeteries, really, if you think about it.
They are. They're very much cemeteries.
Yeah, these locations are people's very much last resting places now. So,
we at least owned up for our shit. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give that to you.
I honestly thought you were calling Narya Ava bro. I just Leafly could have gotten out of that by just saying that's bait.
Yeah, she could have deflected that in a heartbeat. Just like, that's bait. I'm not.
And just said no, obviously.
Yeah. You know, I don't even need to acknowledge that, obviously, and then just move on. Even if her feelings were, you know, apparently different, or his feelings. I'm sorry, I'm misgendering the dude.
What if?
Because you would have to steal. So if Jews lived in Germany, you would have to steal their property rights and steal their property in order to kick them out.
So do you think that like a sense of like identity is less valuable? Sure, if it's less valid than materialistic things. I think that is what I said. Oh, you shouldn't be kicked out because like you own the house. Yeah, they just, you know, 1930s Germany, and they just like said no, Jewish people can't own property. Actually, it doesn't belong to them, and then they kicked them out. She brought West Bank talking points to Nazi Germany.
Well, like, here's the thing about it. The way she should have changed, like, the wording to come up with it is like, okay, but you would be okay with a law saying that they couldn't buy new houses in certain neighborhoods, right? Because that's kind of what she's saying about, Leaflet is apparently a 40-year-old woman. Okay, maybe it is a she, and I've been doing it right. The example that Nare gave was kicking Jews out of their homes, and she says, well, it's property rights, you get your home. All right, well, what about people buying new homes? Do they get the right to not buy, you know, do they get their rights taken away to buy property where they want to? I like how the Western debate always ends talking about World War II and some group playing the Jews role. Yeah, I mean, it's such an easy, like, victimhood to put yourself into because of how horrendous it is. And sometimes I think it takes away from the actual problems that whatever group is happening.
I was going to say Star Wars Lady got canceled for that, so.
That's true.
Because she was comparing the vaccinations to conservatives and not wanting to get the vaccination as to the Holocaust. And got shit for that. But
yeah. Well, it's like,
it's hard. You don't ever see it in reverse too often.
The problem I have with it is, good.
You won't see conservatives arguing, or at least the ones on Twitter. You won't see them arguing indefensible against that. Like, you'll see them use it as an example, but when you see like a Libby person using the Holocaust as disrespectfully as defensible, you don't see many people call that out.
Yeah. Well, I think it weakens a lot of arguments. So, like, in the case of anybody, we're being Holocausted.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, you gotta be. You're not pulling, like, we're not pulling trans out into the streets and putting them on trains. So it takes away from the problems that they are having. You're taking this really big, horrible thing and trying to connect yourself to it, and normal people are like, but that's not what's happening, right? You could make an argument now for like, Mexicans and South American groups that are being, put into camps, but even then,
oh yeah, very similar.
Yeah. On the flip side, when someone gets a parking ticket, there's some idiot who screams about how, oh, America has become Nazi Germany. True.
The current situation with like the ICE detention centers being kind of hellholes right now would probably be the best and closest example that people should lean on is the Japanese internment camps.
Yes, that's a closer connection.
It's on our soil.
What's happening now? It's on our soil. It's happened. It didn't have the mass amount of deaths that I mean, it had deaths. Obviously, it was horrible.
The mistreatment of people, more than
mistreatment
anything.
of people, right? You want to connect it to something that is down on their level and relatable to it. I do think it's a bit of poor taste to try and attribute a pain you and the group you talked about don't feel as an argument. Yeah, it's desensitizing. Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. It's one of those things that it's been done so often now that it loses its impact. Yeah, on people when we talk about the Holocaust and what actually happened. So, but it's a favorite. It's a classic.
Yeah. We need to segregate, but not take property. Where's logic? Yeah, exactly. Huh? You can't move to a white neighborhood as a person of color because it's too disruptive.
That's what I just said.
But they can't take it away when you're already living there.
Maybe they're bi, and then maybe like
just hypothetically, just assume the kid is like 100% gay.
Yeah, see, but the thing is the parent wouldn't know that, right? So the parent might be thinking that there might be a chance that they're not, and then that's what I mean.
Why does it matter? Right? Why does it matter if the child is gay or bi? Like, would it be abusive for me to like phrase it as like I'm coming from a point of love?
The world feels like a dystopian sometimes. I mean, we're getting pretty close to like 1984 levels. I mean, we already really are at 1984 levels of at least surveillance. But it seems like it's coming down on us. I hope it changes, but a boring dystopia. Yeah, it's not even the cool one where I get cyber gear and I get to go, fight
VR
or have
mods.
Yeah, mods and all this other stuff. It's just yay, I get to watch people say stupid things on the internet.
Yeah.
Just really care about my child. I want my child to not go through the struggles of having to deal with homophobia.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly right.
That is wild. That is absolutely wild to me. That you do not think that's like abusive.
Why is it wild?
Because you're basically you're basically sugarcoating abuse. You're basically like justifying it. Okay,
let me restart real quick.
Because
pause right here.
Yeah.
So I'm a little lost.
Yeah, let's go.
So I guess the scenario here would be she's saying that if your child came up to you with these certain feelings, you shouldn't have to react very negatively to that. And probably because like a normal scenario, if that occurs, you'd want to try to support it in a way that maybe, and if you have a doubt in your mind that maybe it's not true, the only way to really handle that without hurting them would, if I'm going to be a parent and I'm in this scenario here, would be to at least explain it all to them and try to like let them be open to me and come to me if they ever have any questions about things.
Yeah,
and try to guide them without saying no to the whole thing. Not deny them it, just try to help guide them to, Like,
yeah, he's
just
talking about coming out.
not shut it down immediately. It's like, how many's my mom? When I came out to my mom, her goddamn lukewarm response was basically, "Oh, well, I'm your mother, and it's my job to support you."
Oh, yeah, I can see that being very lukewarm. I
mean, it's good. I almost wish she kind of had more emotion to it, though. But
yeah,
it's like you shouldn't be immediately. You should never think less of your child if they come up with you like that.
Yeah, I agree. So I
think Narya thinks that's what she thinks she's saying.
I already know, son. That's a great one.
Oh.
We had a cake prepared already. From my personal experiences, when my kid talked to me, they included "please don't hate me" or "be mad." I mean, I think that's a natural thing that kids feel. Like they have the negative impression of it from whether it's school or anywhere else. I actually had an interesting situation with a close friend of mine. His daughter, who was in middle school, said, "I'm proud of you," without a second thought. Yeah, I agree. You should say, even if you don't agree with it, you should be proud of them for coming to you about it. And if you don't know much about it, you should, go on that journey with them to learn more about it. I had a friend who his daughter was in middle school, and she came home one day and she said, "Dad, I'm a lesbian." And he said, "Okay, well, let's sit down for a second and let's talk about it." He said, "What makes you think you're a lesbian?" And I don't remember what they said. Some actress or some singer. She was like, "Well, all of the girls that we agree that this actress is hot." And he goes, "Okay, it's because you think she's you think she's good looking, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Would you kiss her?" She goes, "Oh, well, no." It's like, "Well, are you like, do you have some emotional things where you'd like date her, kiss her, things like that?" Kind of explained the process to her. And she's like, "Oh no, I wouldn't do any of that." She's like, "Well, you might not be one, you might not be a lesbian at that point." And then, he's always going to support her, come to him with all those things. But I think that was a good way to do it with someone who's very young and who may not fully understand what's going on. And if if she had said, "Yes, I do want to kiss her," that's a different take you have with it. Okay, "I'm very proud of
More
you," things like that. Yeah, more confirmation, positive things. There's ways to do it without being like, "You're an affront to God, get out of my house."
Don't try. There you go. I found the word. Don't try to cure it. Don't try to.
Yes,
do not try to come to your kid with the and let them be aware that you're trying to just cure something that
that they think is broken with them. A child's fear is being hated by their parents or rejected by them. Yeah, it's a very common fear for everyone to feel. Oh, of course, that's the social impressions that you're afraid of, being shunned, but it's beyond disgusting. They are afraid. Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine if Smash or one of his more sleazy ones would say if they were in that position with the disgusting things that they say. I would hope that a lot of the stuff he says is an act and he would take it seriously at that point. But then that, because that could be a wake-up call for him to be like, "Oh, my daughter or my son is gay or trans or whatever. Maybe all this stuff that I'm saying isn't the right answer." But I don't see that being the case, right? I can hope for the best, but logic says otherwise.
Because the child is not straight. And
maybe.
Yeah, so, you have like a kid who really resonates with like seeing gay couples, and it's like, they might be confused, right? Because they're constantly surrounded by like straight couples, right? Their parents are straight and whatnot. And then like on the movie, they see like a boy kiss another boy, or
Ooh, that one's a rough one. Red Stain with the bro. Imagine someone's kid seeing what their parents said online. It's on there forever.
Yeah.
They'll never tell him in that case, because I can see him sitting at the dinner table talking about electrocutions and asylums and mentally ill creatures. I don't know, man. I just can't feel like he would be having that conversation around his kids. I just don't. I mean, maybe the whole family is something like that, but I just don't see a normal person doing it. So let's go.
Right.
He drags his kids on stream. That's true.
Perfectly right.
That is wild. That is
Oh, whoops.
absolutely wild to me. That you do not think that's like abusive.
Why is it wild?
Because you're
How's it
basically
abusive, though?
you're basically sugarcoating abuse. You're basically like justifying
how is it abuse?
it.
Can you
Okay.
explain how it's abuse?
Because the child is not straight. And
Maybe
yeah, so you know, you have like a kid who really resonates with like seeing gay couples, and it's like, you know, they might be confused, right? Because they're constantly around, surrounded by like straight couples, right? Their parents are straight and whatnot, and then like on the movie they see like a boy kiss another boy, or you know, a woman kiss another woman, and then they're like, huh, this exists. I feel seen, like it resonates with me. And then they're like confused, and they, you know, talk to their parents, and they're like, oh, I just can't have my child to be gay. It's just, they're going to,
That's
like, it's going to be
devastating.
so difficult for them. Like they're not going to
Yeah, I
have
couldn't
like a
imagine.
family.
Like I couldn't imagine like myself as a parent doing you know, anything like that to my child, even if they're different, even if I don't agree with anything they do. They could become a flat out wokey, and I would still love
That'd be
them.
hilarious.
Yeah, it would be hilarious. My kids, I think, will probably be more left leaning than I am.
That's just a natural
yeah
going on.
So it's because I complain about black people too much.
No, don't say that out loud. I'm gonna clip you. I'm already your PR manager here.
Yes, you are. And Kimoji makes sure that I'm ready for stream, and Damage Sector makes sure all of my equipment works when it breaks down. I just started, only got 100 subs, and I already have a team. I call the accent the designer accent. Are you talking about her German accent? Let's keep going.
Does kind of have an Edna Mode voice.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to like reproduce, and they're not going to, you know, it's going to be so difficult for them to like find a job, because like what if they're like acting gay, and someone is like not okay with that, and like I don't want, like they're going to be picked on at school. I need to send them to therapy where someone is going to talk them out of it. It's abusive. The conversion therapy endorsement is wild. Yeah.
That's why
it is abusive, because like, you're contributing to the
assembling the Wargaming Dad channel like a Power Rangers Megazord. The pig head at the top. I like it. But I mean, yeah, it's well, conversion therapy is 100% abuse.
Extreme. Like,
yeah,
I saw
abuse.
even though that shit should be illegal, because you're just, I don't know, that's torture. Not in some states.
Not in some, true, not in some states. Because there's the same thing with like those bad kid camps where they go out in the woods and you're just supposed to turn a bad kid good. Those have been like, those are very abusive.
That like gave me shivers. I don't like that.
Jesus, can you imagine the swine sword names? Yeah, I mean, it would be horrible. Like you're taken and put into this place with people who want you to be different, and they will, in some cases, they go to extreme measures to do it, and all it does is fuck with the kid's head. You don't ever truly change. I mean, I'm sure there are small cases, but just popped in. What's this about? This is Nare versus this leaflet person. They're talking about trans rights and other things like that. So far, it's been pretty hilarious. Their current thing is on like conversion therapy and stuff like that.
Which I don't know. Automatic no.
Yeah, like I said, I've seen how any of those camps are outside of like camps with kids, but like, you know, kids are going to have fun, but camps in the sense of trying to do something like retraining, therapy, making someone good or someone different never end well, right? I reckon there's the blue-haired VTuber. I share an audience with her. She's made some pretty interesting topics on here.
Comments.
Yeah,
Jesus
comments
Christ.
that like white neighborhoods should be allowed where there's no black people. Instead of Triceratops and saber-toothed tiger, they are Berkshire, Vietnamese potbelly, Yorkshire, red wattle.
What is happening?
He's naming off different types of pigs. Instead of morphin time, it's swine.
Oh.
Oh God.
Not supporting your child, you're not loving your child unconditionally, you're not actually having your kid's best interest in mind if you're like trying to get them to repress and whatnot. I don't want my child to go through the struggles of being gay, so I really wish...
Swine Time. There it is, the podcast name. Swine Time. I like it.
They would
we pig out there.
Like find reason and become normal because it's so difficult. Would that be like abuse to you, or would that be loving?
No, because they might be bi, right? I mean, how do you know, right? Maybe they're bi, and then maybe like
just hypothetically, just assume the kid is like 100% gay.
Yeah, see, but the thing is the parent wouldn't know that, right? So the parent might be thinking that there might be a chance that they're not, and then that's what I mean.
Why does it matter? Right? Why does it matter if the child is gay or bi? With the same clip. Like, would it be abusive for me to like phrase it as like I'm coming from a point of love? I just really care about my child. I want my child to not go through the struggles of having to deal with homo. That's the same clip, I think. No.
Maybe they're bi, and then maybe like
just hypothetically, just assume the kid. Oh, that was like before that. Okay. Straight up conversion therapy. Now revision, no, really. And the other one is just like, you know, being clear cut.
One is in the best interest of the kid.
Why is it in the best? Parent, is it in the best interest of the kid, or is it in the best interest of the mom who really wants their kid to be straighter?
It could be both. What I mean is I don't really think that it necessarily comes from a place of malice. To be like, well, you know, let's make sure that that's actually what you want. Let's make sure. Let's make sure, and maybe like we'll go to this place, and they'll talk to you about not being gay, and we'll see how that works. And then
straight up conversion therapy. That is conversion therapy.
Well, let's say it's therapy, just regular therapy.
No,
regular therapy.
That is conversion therapy, though.
Okay, let me back up.
Let's go to therapy where they're going to tell you that maybe you're not gay. Let's prove that you're actually gay. Let's figure it out.
Let me back up. It's therapy. They say they go to therapy, and the therapy is like, let's find out
conversion
who you are,
therapy,
and let's make sure that that's... How's it? Okay, how would you define conversion therapy?
It is basically going to a place where they're going to like tell you that
I'm kind of on her side on this. Like she's trying to push the conversion therapy thing, and Leaf Lit is trying to push the Epsteinmology. Yeah, she's trying to put like normal therapy. Like, hey,
I think Arya is confused at this point because I think or at least she's misconstruing the kind of therapy she's talking about. Leafly could do better to just say regular therapy, though. I don't know why Leafly's just not saying it. Like, regular therapist. A conversion therapist is a hardcore different than a regular ass family therapist that the parent can bring the kid and ask them what to do. Not do, but like, I'm new to this. You're a therapist. How do I handle this? And then have your kid talk to the therapist too. not in the intention to change anything, but to understand. I think Leafy thinks that she's talking about a legit shock them kids kind of therapist.
Yeah, and yeah, in a situation where this, like, say this happened, therapy can be for both the parent and the kid, right? You take the kid to therapy, especially if they do have other issues, mental health, like, depression, other things like that, or someone that can then help them guide. Therapists can help guide it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
so definitely not
I want
there.
to see where this goes.
No therapy could make me not love pork ribs. I'm sorry. Oh, I've got some therapy for you. We're gonna shock that right out of you. No epistemology, Wargaming Dad. It's basically an exploration as to why we know what we know. Oh, interesting. I'll look that up. But I'll play this so we can.
Yeah.
Actually, like, where the basis of it is basically that, like, every child is normal. Every child is straight, every child is cis, and then something in their life happened that, like, it made them this way.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, they saw a gay couple in, like, a Disney movie, and then they're, like, confused, and they think that they have to be gay in order to, like, emulate it. Going into, like, a place like that, and having them tell you, like, the entire fucking time that, like, no, you just really love...
Nare is kind of like she's reaching here is kind of the way I look
that,
at
or
it.
she's got confused because I think she legit just got confused on the kind of, which I get it because like there's a crazy shit earlier, but
yeah. I mean, the crazy shit will definitely throw you into the this person's just,
I just want Nare to get this just a regular, harmless, not trying to do anything therapist.
Yeah. Like, it's okay because you may not know how you feel about it as a parent, especially if you had strong, connections. So it may want to be like it could, as a parent, it could break your ideals, especially if you're a hardcore conservative kind of parent and you find out, you're like, well, I need to understand how I feel about this. Maybe I'm, in the wrong. Grow as a parent, grow as a person, kind of stuff. But that sounds a little selfish when I'm saying it. Like, it's a journey together. Once parent and as the parent, it becomes a journey with y'all together, right? There are furry animals in Disney movies too, though. So if the child sees a furry animal and they like it, does that mean? Fair. That happened to me with elites from Halo. Legit elites.
You all are getting one tiny thing I like. But that's exactly how that's what led my path to discovering many things about myself. I thought Arbiter was really hot.
Okay. Interesting to learn about you. Interesting to learn. I learn more every day. Oh, man.
You're just, like, really confused. You love the opposite gender. You have the urge to procreate. Don't you want to do that? And there are a lot of, like, memes, abusive memes that they're using.
I want to clip that.
Berating, saying like, oh, what if you're not gay? Why does a kid in general have to go to therapy if they're gay? I get it when it comes to, like, being trans and, like, wanting to start medically transitioning and wanting to make sure, especially when it comes to a kid, like, oh, kids are impressionable. But, like, why does a gay kid even have to go to therapy in order to figure out if they're straight or gay? Why can't you let, like, a kid explore? Why do you...
It's not necessarily going to therapy to find out if they are gay, right? It can be like we've already kind of mentioned it already, and you don't necessarily have to. It could be that it's just, it fits with you, it's all good. Yeah, we knew. No, or it already falls in line, and you flat out support, right? So I get what she's saying, and it makes a little bit of sense of why do they have to go to therapy. But I think there could be a good reason too. Also with gay, trans, and all of that, what do tend to have a higher depression rate. It may be something you want to look into. Though that's kind of homophobic of me, I suppose. Grizzle got quiet on me. He's like, "You bastard."
You have to like really make sure that the kid is actually straight, like that the kid is actually gay. Okay, what if I come along and I'm going to say that like, oh, there's like someone suffering in the hospital. I should just, you know, they're old. They don't really have like that much long to live anyway. I should just like go in there because I believe it will make them happier if I'm going to like you know, end their lives.
Well, first off,
would that be like
that's
you
so
know,
extreme,
support, or would that be like?
Well, I wouldn't agree. Well, I wouldn't agree with it, but it wouldn't be necessarily. Would it be necessarily malicious? I mean, nah. I wouldn't think it would be malicious necessarily. I think it would be bad, but I don't think it would be malicious. If like you actually cared for, is that like your family member, right? Or are you just talking about a random person?
Does it matter if it's family or random? If I strongly believe, according to my God is telling me that this one random person on the street would be so much happier and better off if they were dead. Would that be like okay? If you know, would that be
the intent would be the intent wouldn't be malicious, but it would still be deranged. Sure. Anything else?
Yep. That was a crazy one.
What is the criteria for which a person can have a say in it? In a thing that they aren't. Because I don't buy that at all. I don't buy that you don't have a say because you're not trans. Or you don't have a say because you're not this and that. I don't agree with that.
What?
Do you think that like your idea of like being trans or like what you know about like being trans is more important than like my lived experience as like a trans person?
It might be. It depends. It depends on how much I've been exposed to it, how many people I've dealt with that. I mean, like for instance, like you could be in a position where your personal experience is narrow and it's just your own perspective, whereas I've seen the effects of it happening to other people. I'm not saying that's what happened to me, although it is kind of the case. But perhaps I have a perspective on it because of people I've talked to that you wouldn't.
Been exposed to, dealt with. She has a trans brother who is also gay. It's still not her life though. It is still not her life. It is still not more important than my lived experience because it's not my life. Anyway, these were the clips that Sylvie has. There are a lot of clips. But like hopefully like I'm able to like explain a little bit better of like what went down. There are like a few misconceptions and so on. There are a lot of things that I wasn't doing properly because like there's one study that, for example, I used when it comes to like the how like testosterone suppressants is going to basically reduce your upper body strength and so on. This ran. So this was on like people in the Air Force, right? We reviewed fitness test results and medical records of 29 trans men and 46 trans women who started gender-affirming hormones while in the United States Air Force. We compared pre- and post-hormone fitness test results of the trans women and trans men with the average performance of all women and men under the age of 30 in the Air Force between 2004 and 2014.
I do like that she at least brings studies to it, right? Because a lot of that can show that now the problem nowadays, and we've seen it with like the anti-woke and stuff like that, is there's tons of bad studies that are out there. So you have to be careful. But as long as what she's doing is like at least peer reviewed, then it can definitely be something to look at. And that one's from 2020. So The thing about this is that both conservatives and liberal, gay, and trans approach, this is not fully connected with the LGBT community. Is that both conservatives and liberal, gays, and trans people approach? This is who are not fully connected with the LGBT community. I mean, are you saying that in like the same way that like most of the internet isn't connected with the broader communities?
Sometimes too connected, I think, is our problem. I was thinking about it. For these debates, they're always they need a third person to moderate. Especially when you get two very volatile characters.
We also measured the rate of hormone-associated changes in body composition and athletic performance. The 15 to 31% athletic advantage that trans women displayed over their female counterparts prior to starting gender-affirming hormones.
You muted.
I am somehow. Jesus. I always do it. So, but yeah, if you didn't hear it, yeah, the people online are generally different from people open. We reviewed fitness test results from medical records.
Decline.
Hold on. What's happening? What? She suffocated in her own vomit? The heck is going on here? Hold on. No, I don't want her stuff. Yeah, you see the little dwarf. There's vomit all over the place, piles of vomit. And one of my dwarves died by suffocation. Oh, she went berserk. Is this her? Yeah, she went berserk and everyone killed her. Sucks. She probably didn't get to make her special item she wanted to make. Something was missing. Well, now I have to build the tomb. Let's get back to this stuff.
With feminizing therapy, however, trans women still.
Oh, the only thing I say with this is it is a small group, but it's not like there's large group tests that you can do with trans men and women. Participants were 26 to 2 years old. This was prior to gender affirming hormones. Trans women performed 31% more push-ups and 15% more sit-ups in 1 minute and ran 1.5 miles 21% faster than their female counterparts. And after 2 years of taking feminizing hormones, the push-ups and sit-ups difference disappeared, but trans women were still 12% faster prior to gender affirming hormones. Trans men performed 43% fewer push-ups and ran 1.5 miles slower than their male counterparts. After 1 year of taking masculine hormones, there was no longer a difference in push-ups or run times, and the number of sit-ups performed in 1 minute by trans men exceeded the average performance of their male counterparts. Okay. So yeah, I can see that. It makes sense too with the steroids.
Had a 9% faster mean run speed after the 1 year period of testosterone suppression that is recommended by World Athletics for inclusion in women's events. So the thing is, like, muscle atrophy is actually not completed until year 2. So they just ran it for like 1 year, but it's just not enough. Push-ups performed in 1 minute. Trans men actually like exceed the male counterparts. Sit-ups performed in 1 minute. Trans women perform
okay. If I took like, all right, this is my only thing on it. Like, I get what they're saying here in this testing that they outperformed, but yeah, they're taking the actual testosterone versus a male's body who is not necessarily. Like, there are men in the units in the National Guard and the Army that take steroids. Yeah, they're going to do more push-ups than any of the males who aren't. Now, I don't know the exact difference in all those medically, but I don't think that's necessarily like a win that it's better. It's more like they're taking these steroids, right?
Yeah.
On average, worse than average female after 2+ years. This is this one. Effects of gender-affirming hormones on athletic performance in trans women and trans men. Implication for sporting organizations and legislations. But the main point of these things is just like, so, okay, so you still have like an advantage when it comes to like faster run speed. There's nothing when it comes to like push-ups or like sit-ups, like upper body strength and so on. Okay, so you still have like some advantage after like 1 year. Okay, what if we just like set the limit for like HRT to 2 years in like certain sports where you have like an advantage? But then the main problem of like conversations like this is like, why do trans people need to be in like a position where they have to have like a disadvantage, like a major disadvantage, in order to compete in women's events? Like, why can a trans woman not excel and be good at like sports if they want to compete in like women's sports, right?
I don't know that I want to get too deep into this one because I have a lot of disagreements with her statement right there. So it looks like at least that conversation, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking on myself. Let's see. Oh, I guess they're asking is when's the point where we stop questioning it? I guess like how long does it take for them?
Yeah, well, that's what she's saying, but then now she's saying that even though they're better within that first year because they were a man, you know, beforehand, why can't they compete before they have the disadvantage from the HRT coming into full effect?
Why not just like a 4-year wait? Because most people don't really finish transitioning even in 2 years. Like that's so short.
Yeah, it's such a complicated issue with them. That I don't know, I would need to see more because you have like we're getting to the point now. Yeah,
of like people to establish sports rules for this better. They
yeah,
maybe
pretty
at least
much
have some trans people, and then the counter, and then the people who run these tournaments, and then figure out these rule sets. Because I don't know. Like I said, I don't even want to get into it because it's way too complicated. It's like 11:30. I'm tired.
Yeah, I get it. At this point, I just say just create a category for trans athletes since I don't fully agree with this point. Yeah, that's kind of my thing with it is it's
would help.
Huh?
I don't think there's any shame in having a specific sports for that too.
Yeah, I
guess it depends. I don't know if the pool's large enough, but
yeah. So
I'm just gonna sit back and not think about it.
Fair enough. But that's the new race stuff. We only got about 20 minutes, so we'll sit here and chat. If anyone has
this was kind of sprung up.
Yeah, it was kind of sprung up, but I like it. It kind of changed. I'll have to go change the name. I'll do that right now while we're waiting. And I'm gonna have to build a tomb soon too.
I like Birdman's video a lot though.
Yeah, it's just
straightforward.
Yeah, it's very straightforward. It's just it shows like what he's saying, which I think he should have in his videos more often referred to it as media grifter. And maybe I just missed it if he does, because it's like once you hear the term grifter, you think of the base.
He probably just assumed. He just assumed that people knew that's what he was talking about, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, it is what it is.
Media.
He always has outstanding
legacy.
videos too.
The legacy media.
The legacy media telling you the lies. They're trying to trans your kids. It's so stupid. What happens in our media today too is that they take a situation that is super extreme. The access media cabal, that's right, Kamoji. And it's done by both sides. They take a situation that's like the extreme of the situation, and that's what they go with, right? And a lot of times, even then, they have to twist it into some kind of lie to make it fit what they're trying to say. So who knows? Do we have anything? Did you see that Stop Killing Games was actually discussed in Parliament?
Ooh.
Too much happening sauce into the nothing burger. That's true. That's true.
Oh no.
Oh man. Well, I actually think I might call it early since we had that good video. And we'll have to get back next time. If you're new here, if you haven't oh, hold on.
Yeah, he's pinging.
You made a video on Birdman? Have you sent it to us before? I don't have time to watch it tonight, but send it and I'll watch it another night. Is it critiquing him? Kind of taking him down? Because I'll definitely watch the opposite. I'll send it now. Yeah, send it in. We'll look at it on Wednesday. Just remind me. Yeah, it's a critique. That's fair. Everyone's deserving of critiques, even if I think he's pretty good. You may point out things that I don't, and that I miss. So we'll take a look at it. Like I said, if you haven't already, like the stream, help me get through the algorithm and all that fun stuff. If you're watching the video later or you haven't subbed, go ahead and sub now for more content. Thank you, Grizzle, for coming on as always. It was a fun little stream tonight. And you guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you Monday.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
And